Hey guys, welcome to Fanfic Fanatics. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku had cursed and magic power and had harem? Before starting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in MHA fanfictions. This story is Izuku, the Cursed God by King J Black the Goat 96. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. In the air, two figures were floating across from each other. One was a human who had green hair, deep sky blue eyes with green hair glaring at the dragon before him. The two stared at each other with all the hatred they could muster. Below them flames danced around, with destruction was seen over the landscape, showing that a fierce battle had been fought. Acknowledge one of the original dragon slayers killed all that stood in his path, be they dragon or human. His goal was to rid the world of dragons altogether. There was only one problem. The man standing before him, Izuku Midoriya. They say when he was born the world was thrown off balance. A boy born into the world of magic with otherworldly abilities unknown to all who know him. With these powers he possessed, no human, demon or dragon could ever hope to best him. He was the man who stood against all who threatened humanity and his loved ones. A man who believes in understanding one another. No matter what race you are, dragon, human or demon, can lead to a better future. Although these ideals meant nothing to those who did not wish to coexist with each other, such as the dragons who did not wish to coexist with humans. There are dragons who wished to befriend humanity, while those that did not was against this ideal, which later caused a war between the dragons. It escalated to the point where the human were involved thanks to the dragons who sided with them, granting them dragon-slaying magic, which turned the war in their favor. But that was not the only thing that changed everything. Izuku with his unknown powers sided with them and defeated the anti-coexistent dragons and ended the war. But that victory was short-lived when the dragons who learned dragon-slaying magic turned on the ones who granted them the right to wield that magic. This need to kill dragons and bathe in their blood turned the dragon slayers into dragons, but one dragon stood above the rest who ruled over them and was known as their king. Acknowledge the Dragon King, the black dragon of the apocalypse, who struck fear into the hearts of many except for one. Right now the one was floating across from the black dragon, his eyes staring at the enemy before him. Acknowledge. Do you really think you can continue to stand in my way? Izuku. I don't think I know. You're quite confident, aren't you? Acknowledge. Seeing as today will be the day I end you, cursed king, I have all the confidence in the world. Izuku. The last time you faced me you ran away. I chose not to go after you because I thought you would learn from that fight. I gave you a chance to change your ways and yet you refused to do so. Acknowledge. No matter what you do, I will kill every last dragon in this world, even those little dragon slayers you help. I won't let a single one survive. I don't care if I have to destroy this entire world to do so. Izuku. I see well there is no need for us to continue talking. Cursed energy surrounds his fist as he is now ready to fight. Acknowledge forms many fragments of light around him and fires them at Izuku. The green-haired teen vanishes from sight and appears above the Dragon King, his cursed energy turning into fire, readying his next attack. Izuku. Hellfire Fist. Izuku. Hell's Judgment Fist. Start 0:28 to 0:31. Izuku then warps himself to the ground as Acknowledge was now in his human form. He then puts his hands together and launches multiple beams at Izuku, who does nothing and lets the beams hit him dead on. Acknowledge dons a look of surprise on his face as Izuku appears in front of him, cursed energy surging around his right fist that was pulled back only for the energy to turn black, with Izuku connecting with the abdomen of his adversary. Izuku. Black Flash. The Dragon King was sent flying back first into a nearby boulder when the smoke cleared and Acknowledge fell to his knees, coughing up blood as Izuku slowly walked up to the downed dragon. Izuku. If I let you live you will not change. I see that as clear as day. I won't allow you to ruin the lives of those dragon slayers. They wield the power to change things for the better, and if you must die so that future can be achieved, then so be it. Izuku raises his right hand, forming a hand sign with his two fingers. Izuku. Domain X. Flames came from above, hitting the green-haired teen with the ambition to see him lit ablaze as four dragons descended from the sky, landing in front of Acknowledge. Inferno Dragon Dagon. Magma Dragon Viserion. Mother Glare. Jade Fire Dragon Drogon. Viserion. Seems you are having trouble dealing with this boy, Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Shut it, just keep him busy so I can do that. Dagon. HMPH, you're lucky we're willing to work with you, but after this things go back to the way they were. Deal. Acknowledge. A deal is a deal, now get ready, here he comes. The flames clear as Izuku stands there uninjured, walking through the flames, his 6 eyes glowing as he stared at the newcomers who intervened in his battle. Izuku. You wanna get in my way now, huh? If you side with him then you're gonna die with him. Viserion flew at the teen and channeled magma to his fist, but Izuku held out his hand. Using infinity he blew Viserion away. Izuku then leapt into the air, avoiding the flaming green breath attack from Drogon. He then lands on the ground, sliding back, gaining some distance, but magma fist came falling from the sky, hitting the green-haired youth. Dagon summons multiple huge fireballs surrounding him and launches them at Izuku, hitting their mark, causing explosion after explosion. To occur. The dragons watched anxiously, seeing the flames burning. Drogon. Is he dead? He got his answer when he received a huge cut across his chest which caused blood to spray out, with the Jade Fire Dragon now yelling in pain at the action. Viserion. Damn you, boy. Izuku then floated in the air, now looking different, his 6 eyes still active, but now he had black markings all over his body. Izuku. You think you can beat me with this loser shit? Viserion fired a magma breath attack at Izuku, with the attack looking like it hit him. Before Viserion could celebrate, he heard Izuku's voice. Izuku. Pathetic. Viserion turned his head to the right only to be met with Izuku using curse technique Reversal Red. Viserion's headless body fell to the ground, blood flowing out like a river, shocking the other dragons present. He then quickly brought his arms in an X-cross motion, doing that both of Drogon's arms were cut off and cut into many pieces. Drogon. Gah. Izuku brought his hands together behind him and both orbs red and blue began to merge into one. He then held out his right hand as a purple orb was forming in it. Seeing this, Viserion made the attempt to fly away as fast as he could, until Izuku appeared in front of the Jade Fire Dragon with his now finished attack. Izuku. Hollow purple. Drogon didn't even get a chance to run, his entire body was obliterated. Izuku slowly descended to the ground as he glared at Mother Glare and Dagon. He then wondered where Acknowledge disappeared to. He figured he ran away like the last time, which made him grunt in annoyance at the Dragon King's actions. He then took notice of the minions of Mother Glare as he was surrounded by over 100 walking draconic offspring of the dragon. Dagon. You may be a strong boy, but even you have your limits. Izuku then vanished and appeared on the dragon's head and readied his next attack, aimed at the top of Dagon's head. Izuku. Black Flash. The powerful strike of darkness was enough to destroy Dagon's head completely as blood sprayed outward once more as the hulking body of the Inferno Dragon hits the ground with a thud. Meanwhile, Izuku notices his last opponent. Izuku. Seems like you are the only one left. Mother Glare. I do not care how many of us you kill, you are not winning today. Attack my children. The 100 draconic soldiers came at Izuku, who merely put both of his hands together. Seeing this, Mother Glare took to the sky, flying as high up as she can to avoid the domain expansion. Izuku. Domain expansion Malevolent Shrine. In an instant all 100 draconic soldiers were sliced into pieces. Nothing was left of them as the dragon that gave birth to them was out of the domain's range, so Mother Glare never got hit. Izuku then released his domain as the black markings on him receded as he dropped to a knee and placed a hand over his eyes. Izuku. Damn, that earlier battle with Acknowledge took a toll on me. Oh well, I have only one. Acknowledge. Prison realm open. Izuku, feeling fatigued after his battle with 4 dragons and using his 6 eyes for a long period of time, was unable to react as he found himself soon trapped by a small box Acknowledge had with him. Walking up to him was Acknowledge with a smirk on his face, seeing Izuku's predicament. Acknowledge. I have to admit I hated working with those fools, but seeing how powerful you were I didn't want to take the chance of this failing. Now I have you where I want you. Izuku. What the hell is this? Acknowledge. This was built by Zerf himself. I stole it from the Black Wizard knowing that this will be the only chance we have at defeating you. Izuku. Hey, look at you thinking you're so smart. Acknowledge. Yes, I am. He then placed a hand over Izuku's head with the green-haired teen unable to move. Acknowledge. Without you all my plans can be achieved. I will rid this world of all dragonkind and you will not be around to stop me. This is farewell, cursed king. Suddenly Acknowledge then used magic on Izuku, who was screaming, feeling something wrong. Acknowledge then removed his hand as Izuku's hair shadowed his eyes, remaining motionless, trapped by the prison realm bindings as Acknowledge spoke. Acknowledge. There, even if you somehow get unsealed you will be no threat to me at all. prison realm close. Slowly the object closed, completely sealing Izuku in the prison realm as the small box with eyes on it landed in Acnologia's hand. The Dragon King started chuckling, which soon developed into a full-blown evil laugher until the small object fell to the ground leaving a crater. Acnologia. Damn it, I forgot this thing takes some time to process the on-trapped within it. Oh well, at least he is out of the wall. Suddenly a flaming punch sent the Dragon King flying into a nearby wall. Landing on the ground was none other than Igneal Grandine Metallicana Wieslaja and Skia Drum. Igneal. Damn, we were too late. Grandine then used her Sky Dragon magic to pick up the prison realm that contained Izuku. Grandine. Izuku is inside of here. They then saw Acnologia in his full dragon form. Acnologia. It is no use, Izuku Midoriya is gone and I will not allow you to unseal him. Igneal. Grandine, get that box to Anna, hurry, we will hold Acnologia here, go now. Grandine. Right. The Sky Dragon flies off into the air. Acnologia. Face it, the era of dragons is over. The Black Dragon rushed at the remaining dragons as a fight for the future began on this day. July 7th, year 377, the day which would later be known as the Dragon King Festival. It was a day where two kings fought and one fell. Izuku Midoriya, who was a beacon of hope for humans and dragon alike, was gone, and with him gone it caused a chain of events to unfold in ways no one expected. Some say he died, some say he disappeared, no one knew what happened. The symbol of peace to all and the symbol of fear to all evil was gone without a trace. At the port of Harem we see Natsu Dragneel and newly guild member Lucy about embark on a S-class quest to Galuna Island, a quest which Happy had stolen and gave to them without anyone noticing. Looking around, Lucy reminisces about the last time she was here. Lucy. I haven't been here for a while. This is where we first met, right? Natsu. Haven't been here for a while, it hasn't been that long. Happy. Old lady Lucy. Lucy. All right, first we have to find a ship that will take us to Galuna Island. At this, Natsu immediately rejected the idea. Natsu. A ship? No. That's impossible, we're swimming there. Lucy gave the Fire Dragon Slayer a deadpan expression. Lucy. That's even more impossible. After that they asked many captains of their ship if they could take them there, only to be rejected when they mentioned the island they were going to. By being rejected many times they were in a pinch. To make matters worse, Grey Fullbuster found the three members of the guild. Grey. Found Ya. Sneaking up behind them caused them to jump, surprised by the Ice Mage's sudden appearance. Lucy. Grey. Natsu. Why are you here? Grey. Master ordered me to bring you back to the guild. Natsu. Whaat. He already found out. Grey. If you come back now you might be able to avoid getting kicked out of the guild. Lucy. Kicked out? Natsu. No way, I'm gonna do this S-class job. Grey. It's called S-class because your skills suck. He then gets a scared expression on his face and warns the three. Grey. If Urza finds out, you know. Hearing that the three had faces of horror thinking about the redhead woman. Natsu, Lucy and Happy. If Urza finds out. Happy then tries to hide behind Grey to play innocent. Happy. Grey, help me, I was forced to come. Lucy. Traitor. Natsu. No way am I leaving now, I have to prove myself to Laxus. Grey. Master's orders, I'll bring you back even if I have to use force. The two then butt heads, glaring at each other, with the two then separating, about to fire their individual attacks. Grey. Don't whine when you get hurt. Natsu. You wanna fight? Lucy. Wait, you two. Seeing the two boys using magic, the man they had previously asked to take them looks towards the group and says, Man. Are you guys mages? The four then look at the man as he asked once more. Man. Are you here to stop the curse? Natsu. Grins, yeah. Lucy. Nervous, why yeah sort, thinking I'm not so sure anymore. Grey. I won't let you. He said while glaring at both Natsu and Lucy. Man. Here, hop in. He told them to get in the boat while Natsu had stars in his eyes. Natsu. All right, Lucy. Whoa, Grey. What? Natsu then delivers a kick to Grey's jaw, catching the ice wizard off guard, knocking him out. He then puts the teen over his shoulder and brings him in the boat with them. Lucy. Wait, why are you taking Grey with us? Natsu. We can't let him go back to the guild because if he does the next person they'll send is Urza. He then shivers, scaring Lucy even more now. Now the group were sailing towards the cursed island. The man who was sailing them there went by the name Bobo. He told the wizards that he once lived on that island but he escaped. He then warned them that if they go to that island misfortune will fall on them. Bobo, can you guys really get rid of this curse? He then stood and revealed his demonic arm to them with Grey. Lucy and Happy shocked seeing this. Natsu was too sick to pay attention. Bobo, the moon sheds its light on this cursed place. Galuna Island. Meanwhile on the island a sinister ritual was being held. Bobo then sees the island was now in view. Bobo. There it is. Seeing the island was now in view, the fairy tale team had a nervous sweat run down their faces. Lucy was about to ask Bobo something only to turn to see he was gone. Lucy. Where is he? Happy dove into the water to try and find him but he couldn't. Gray. Did he fall? Popping up from the water, Happy responded to his question. Happy. He's not here. Lucy. What's going on? Suddenly the team took notice of a tidal wave taking their boat, engulfing the team completely. Lucy then awakens to find herself on the island along with her guildmates. Lucy. This is. She quickly gets up and asks. Lucy. Is everyone okay? Natsu, Gray and Happy wake up realizing they made land. Natsu. Wow, are we there? Are we on Galuna Island? Lucy. I guess yesterday's tidal wave washed us ashore. The blonde girl then noticed something on the ground. Seeing what it was, Lucy shirked, catching Natsu and Gray's attention. Natsu. What's wrong, Lucy? Lucy. There's a creepy box here. Natsu walks up to the blonde to see what she was talking about as he saw the box. Gray and Happy all saw it as well, with Natsu picking it up, holding it in his hand. Gray. What the hell is that thing? Natsu. Not sure. You think this is the source of the curse on the island? Lucy. Just leave it. Happy. That thing is kinda scary with all those eyes on it. Natsu then gains a devilish grin. Natsu. Let's open it. Gray, Lucy and Happy. What? Natsu. Come on, I know you guys are curious to see what's inside, right? Gray. Natsu, we don't know what is even in that thing. Happy. Yeah, what if you open it and some kind of hideous monster comes out? Natsu. I can handle it if that happens, besides something is telling me to open it and I'm gonna do it. He then looks all around the prison realm trying to find a way to open it but he couldn't. Natsu. Well, guess there is only one way to open it. Lucy. I don't think we should open it. Natsu. Oh, don't be such a baby. Igniting his right fist on fire, he then punches the prison realm in his left hand. He then saw nothing happened once again. Gray. Nothing now, just leave it before. They then heard something as they all looked at the prison realm and it had a crack in it. Then another crack formed on it. Lucy. Oh no, Natsu, you idiot. Cracks then form all around the cube, with it soon breaking apart. Suddenly a bright light comes from what used to be the prison realm. It was so bright that the fairy tale team was blinded and shielded their eyes. When the light finally went away, they opened their eyes to see something they would least expect. Lucy. It's a person. Gray then walks up to him, checking on Izuku's pulse. Gray. He's alive. He then goes and shakes Izuku a bit. In Izuku's mindscape, Izuku opened his eyes to see 5 spiritual forms in front of him. Megumi Fushiguro, Hajime Kashimo, Urame, Mahito, Toge Inamaki, Megumi. It appears the time has come. Izuku. What are you? Urame. It seems you do not remember. Do not fret, we are here seeing you for a reason. What was once whole has become scattered and must be put back together. Mohito. You will understand the meaning behind that someday, but for now do not worry, hold out your hand. Izuku confused as he was told and held out his right hand while the 5 in front him placed their hands over his. Megumi. The day will come when you will understand your purpose, farewell. The 5 figures then turned into balls of light and they went inside of Izuku with a bright light soon engulfing the entire mindscape. Feeling someone shake him, Izuku slowly opens his eyes to see Gray, Natsu, Lucy and Happy all around him. Gray. He's awake. Hey man, are you alright? Izuku then sits up looking at the fairy tale team and asks. Izuku. Where am I? Gray. You're on Galuna Island. You came from some kind of weird box. Izuku. Weird box. Izuku then looked at what remains of the prison realm. Izuku. I see. He then looks at the fairy tale team and smiles. Izuku. Thank you all so much for freeing me. I am in you debt. He then stood up. In this story Izuku is 6 feet 0. Izuku. My name is Izuku Midoriya. Thank you for saving me. Natsu. N problem the name's Natsu Dragneel. Lucy. I'm Lucy. Gray. Gray Fullbuster. Happy. I am happy. Izuku's sad face, thinking, Natsu Dragneel, why does he look so familiar? Izuku. It's nice to meet all of you. Natsu. So why were you in that weird-looking box? Izuku. Well, let's see, I remember I was tired after fighting someone. Something happened where I lost consciousness and now I woke up here. Not really much I can tell you. My memory is kinda foggy. So what are you guys doing here? Natsu. We're on an S-class job. Izuku. S-class job. Happy. Yeah, so are you wizard? What guild do you belong to? Izuku. Guild. I am not affiliated with any guild. Yes, I am a wizard. Lucy. Really? Izuku. Yeah, I honestly don't even know how long I was in that box. Natsu. Hey, since you don't have anywhere to go, how about you come and join our guild Fairy Tail? Izuku. You want me to join your guild? Happy. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Izuku. I guess I could give it a shoot. Hey, do you mind if I help you guys with your job? I want to repay you for helping me out. Lucy. You want to help us? Lucy. Izuku. Yeah, I want to help you guys and pay you back. Natsu. Sure, no problem. Now let's go explore. He was about to head into the forest until Gray spoke. Gray. Wait, Natsu. What? We've already come this far, you can't take us back. Gray. No, I'm coming with you guys. This surprised the blonde and the pink-haired Dragonslayer. Gray. It'd irritate me if you guys get to the second floor first. And if you get expelled then that'll be boring. He then smirks at them and says. Gray. Let's go. Lucy, Natsu and Happy smile at that while Izuku was a little confused on what they were talking about, but he would just ask later. Everyone. Yeah. The team of 5 made their way into the forest to find the village on the island. There you have it everyone, chapter 1 is out like I promised and Izuku is unsealed and is joining the Fairy Tail team on their mission. The Fairy Tail group along with Izuku are now standing in front of a large gate that was the entrance to the island's village. It had a sign on it that read Keep Out. Gray. Keep out. What kind of village is this? Lucy. Excuse us. Could you please open the gate? Natsu. This sucks. Let's break it. Lucy. No. 2 guards standing at the very top of the gate responds to them. Guard 1. Who's there? Lucy. We're from the Mage Guild Fairy Tail. We saw your request. Guard 1. Fairy Tail. We know nothing about you guys accepting our request. Gray. I think there was some confusion. If we can't get in we'll leave though. Natsu. I'm not leaving. The guard asked to see their guild marks as they did, even Izuku, who borrowed a mark from Gray, drawing the guild mark on his right hand just in case. The guards then raised the gates with one going to get the mayor. When the group walked into the village they saw a bunch of people wearing cloaks and masks covering their faces, keeping them from being seen. Mayor. Thank you for coming here, mages. This was Mocha, the mayor of this village. Mocha. I'm sorry if this seems sudden, but look at this. Everyone take off your robes. Obeying the mayor, the citizens of the island removed the robes. Gray. I knew it. Lucy then gulps seeing the citizens, but she then sees something else, causing her eyes to nearly pop from her skull. Lucy. Awesome sideburns. Mocha. Actually, I wanted to show you this arm. He said, raising his right arm, showing it to the Fairy Tail team. Mocha. Everyone on this island. Even the dogs and birds are affected by this curse. Gray. It's not like I'm questioning you, but what makes you think there's a curse on this island? Can it be some kind of disease? Mocha. I've shown this to many doctors, but they all said there's no such disease. Mocha. Also, the moon's magical power has something to do with it. Look. Lucy. The moon's magical power. Mocha. Ever since ancient times this island has accumulated moonlight. This made the island so beautiful that it shined like a moon. But a few years ago the moonlight started to turn purple. Natsu. Purple. I have never seen the moon like that. Lucy. Nope. Mocha. People from the mainland all say that. Mocha. But in reality the moon really did turn purple on this island. After the moon showed up our bodies started to change. Mocha. This is the curse of the moon's magical power. Suddenly the people all started to turn into demonic-looking creatures, shocking the fairy tale team. Mocha. Sorry if we scared you. When the purple moon is out, our bodies change into these ugly demons. Mocha. I acknowledge you as famous mages, please save our island. If this keeps going on everyone will lose their soul and turn into demons. Natsu. I won't let that happen. Mocha. There is only one way to break the spell, please destroy the moon. The fairy tale team then find themselves at an inn in the village. Happy. The more I look at it the creepier it gets. He said looking out the window. Lucy. Happy, hurry up and close that window, didn't you hear what that mayor said? If we get too much moonlight we'll turn into demons as well. Izuku. I highly doubt that. The moon having the magical power to turn people into demons is a bit hard to believe. Natsu. But then that's troublesome. Gray. No way we could destroy a moon. Izuku. There is a possibility that this could be the work of something else other than the moon. There could be something on this island causing what it could be, I am not sure. Natsu. I have no idea how many punches it'd take to actually destroy it. Gray. You're actually gonna try. Gray. It's impossible to destroy a moon. Lucy. I agree, I think no mage can do such a thing. Natsu. But destroying the moon is the request this time. If we can't do it that'd be a disgrace to fairy tale. Izuku. There are many things wrong with that request though. 1. There is no possible way you could get to the moon with it being so far away. 2. Going that high in the air towards the moon would make you leave the Earth's orbit, and plus the moon is in space which makes it hard for you to breathe. Gray. Thank you for proving my point. Lucy. Destroying the moon. That solution comes from the victim's point of view. Like Izuku said, there should be another way to break the spell. Gray. I wish there was. Both Natsu and Happy fall back on their sleeping mats. Natsu. Fine. Tomorrow we'll explore the island. Let's just sleep tonight. Happy. Aye, sir. Gray then lies down on his mat. Gray. We'll think about it tomorrow. Lucy then rubs her eyes, showing she was sleepy as well. Lucy. Yeah, I'm sleepy too. She then looks at Izuku. Lucy. Hey Izu. She saw Izuku sitting down leaning on the wall sleeping. She then decided to lay down on her mat in between both Gray and Natsu and Happy. Although Lucy was unable to sleep hearing and Gray snoring. Meanwhile Izuku, hearing the snoring, decided he would leave the room and sleep on the roof. Morning. Both Natsu and Gray were tired, having woke up early with Izuku being up right along with them. The fairy tale group along with Izuku walked into the forest exploring the island. Lucy. Hey Izuku, what kind of magic do you use? Izuku. Me, well, I don't really use magic. What I use are curses. Lucy. Curses. Izuku. Well, more like curse techniques. You see, I don't have magical powers like everyone else. I use curse energy. A power source aligned with negative emotions. Gray. Wait, so you don't use magic at all? Izuku. No, when I absorb Ethernano in the area it converts to cursed energy. I am the only one able to use this ability. I have many uses for my curse abilities, I can do this. He makes a hand sign and says. Izuku. Come forth, divine dogs. Happy. Dogs. Gray. No way. Natsu. So cool. Izuku. This is one of the curse techniques I can do, it's called the 10 Shadows technique, where I can summon 10 Shikigami using my shadow. Lucy. Wow, it's almost like when I summon my celestial spirits. Izuku. You could say that. Okay, you two can go back now. Both dogs vanished, going back inside Izuku's shadow. Natsu. Awesome. Izuku. There are also other techniques I can do, but I can show you these some other time. We need to get this job done. Let's not forget our objective. To destroy the moon, which I still say is impossible. Gray. Even if we can destroy it we still won't, because we won't be able to enjoy the moon anymore. Natsu. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to enjoy the limited time fairy tale special moon viewing stake. Hey guys, could you tone it down a little? We never know what's surrounding us. They all turned to see a clock speaking as Lucy was sitting inside of it. Horologium. She says. Natsu. Why don't you walk on your own? Gray. Are you sure you're using that stellar spirit the right way? Izuku. When the hell did she summon it? Lucy. But our opponent is a curse this time, something insubstantial and creepy. Natsu. S-class quest, I'm burning with passion. Gray. I'll just freeze the curse, don't freak out. Horologium. You're really dumb, she says. Happy. I want to get in too. They continue to make their way through the forest only to then see a giant rat come from out of nowhere looking down at them. Seeing the size of the rat, both Natsu and Gray were shocked, with Izuku being wide-eyed seeing such an enormous creature. Natsu. A mouse. Gray. It's humongous. Izuku. That's an understatement. Horologium. Guys, take it down already. She says. He says. Happy was inside the clock spirit with Lucy. Preparing to attack, both Natsu and Gray were about to do so until the giant mouse fired her breath smoke at both Natsu and Gray. Izuku, however, was right in front of the mouse, charging his fist with cursed energy. Izuku. Night-night mouse. Divergent fist. His punch landed on the jaw of the hulking mouse, sending it flying back as it landed on the ground, shaking the earth momentarily. Izuku then landed gracefully, looking at the now unconscious mouse. Izuku. Well, that takes care of that. Gray. Holy crap, he knocked it out with one punch. Natsu. That was so cool. Horologium. He is so strong, she says. The clock spirit then disappears as Lucy and Happy were standing on THR go run, seeing the knockout mouse. Izuku. Well, let's keep going. Lucy then spots something. Lucy. Look, there's a building over there. Let's go in there while we can. She then sees Natsu and Gray beating up on the mouse while Izuku's sweat dropped seeing the scene. The team were now walking inside the temple. Lucy. It's spacious. Natsu. It's shabby. Gray. I wonder when it was built. Natsu. Look at the moon-shaped marks. He was looking at a door with moon-shaped marks on it. Gray. This island was originally called Moon Island. Lucy. Moon Island and Moon's curse. Moon-shaped marks. This remains suspicious. Happy then holds up a bone with Lucy, asking him if he was a dog. Natsu. This is really shabby. Is this floor even sturdy enough? He then stomps the ground with it, soon caving in, causing the team to fall down below. They then hit the ground below, feeling the effects of the fall as they tried to shake back. Natsu. Hey, are you all okay? Gray. Bastard. Why do you always act on instinct? Lucy, who had pulled a bone out of Happy's mouth that he was choking on, asked. Lucy. Hey, where are we? Gray. I guess it's a basement of the remains from earlier. Natsu. It's a secret cavern. Since we're here, let's explore a little. Gray. Hey, don't stroll around anymore. While walking off from Gray, Natsu then sees something as Gray then notices it as well, with Lucy seeing it for herself. Everyone was shocked seeing what they were seeing, even Izuku and especially Gray. Natsu. A humongous frozen monster. To everyone else it was a frozen monster, but to Gray it was something far worse. Gray. Deliora. No way, how can Deliora be here? Izuku, Lucy and Natsu all saw Gray's angered face seeing the demon in front of them. Natsu. Deli. You know what this is. Gray. Impossible, it can't be here. Happy. Gray. Lucy. Hey, calm down, Gray. Lucy. Hey, what is that anyway? Gray. Deliora, demon of misfortune and disaster. Natsu. Demon of misfortune and disaster. Gray. It hasn't changed one bit. Izuku stood there staring at the demon in the ice, feeling something faint, but he could feel something like someone's soul. Izuku's sad face, thinking, what is this feeling? They then heard someone approaching, so the team hid themselves behind some rocks as two people came in. Is it around here that you heard the voices? Daytime, I'm sleepy. He then looked towards his partner and asked. Did you get some of that moon drip on you? I didn't. A girl then walked up to the two men. Yuka. Toby, I have sad news. Angelica was harassed by someone. Toby. It's just a mouse. She's not just a mouse. Angelica is a hunter that gallops the darkness and love. Lucy. Something's severely wrong with her. Natsu. They're not from this island. They smell different, and they don't seem to be cursed. I'm not sure about that ear guy though. Yuka. Intruders. Moonlight would gather soon, but how sad this is. Let's get rid of them before the Cold Emperor hears about it. Yes, before the moon shows herself. Yuka. Since they saw Deliora, we can't let them get back alive. Eternal sleep to the intruders. In other words, love. The three then make their exit with the fairy tale team coming out from their hiding spot. Natsu. Now what? We should have caught them and asked questions. Lucy. Not yet, let's see how this goes. Natsu. It's becoming confusing. Happy. I wonder what they are. Gray. Shit, why did they bring Deliora here? I mean, how did they find where Deliora was sealed? Natsu. Sealed. Gray. It was sealed on the northern continent. It's an immortal demon that penetrated the Isban area 10 years ago. It's a demon my master sealed away at the cost of her life. Gray then clenches his fist tightly. Gray. I don't know how it's related to the island's curse, but this isn't something that should be here. Gray then showed his face with nothing but anger shown on the ice wizard's face. Gray. Cold Emperor, what are you? Gray. I won't let you get away if you're going to disgrace Er's name. Izuku was staring intently at Deliora, finally figuring out what he was sensing. Izuku's sad face, thinking, this feeling, it's a person's soul is in that ice, and if what Gray said is true, then this soul must belong to his master. Natsu, Gray, Lucy, Happy and Izuku were staring at Deliora, the demon frozen in a block of ice. Natsu. A demon your master sealed. Gray. Yup, no doubt. Happy. It was originally on the northern continent but was brought here. Lucy. Can the island's curse be due to this demon? Gray. Possibly. This demon's still alive anyway. Natsu smirks and starts winding up his fist. Natsu. Alright, if that's the case, let me try to finish him off. Lucy. Why is violence your only solution? Hearing this, Gray turned to Natsu, who was going to try and destroy Deliora, only to get punched in the jaw by the ice wizard, sending him to the ground. This took Lucy, Happy and Izuku by surprise. Natsu. What are you doing? Gray. Gray. If the ice melts and Deliora starts moving, no one can stop it. A fire wizard shouldn't get any closer. Natsu. Is it something that melts so easily? Gray. Gray. Cast a magic called Iced Shell at this demon. Gary started to shake as Lucy placed a hand on his shoulder. Lucy. Hey, are you okay? Natsu. Hey, I was beaten for nothing. You're reckless. Happy. Look who's talking. Gray. It's an unmeltable ice. Even with some kind of tremendous flame magic, this ice can't be melted. Gray. If they knew they couldn't melt it, why did they bring it out? Lucy. Maybe they didn't know, maybe they are trying to meddle it somehow. Gray. For what? He shouts at Lucy, who jumped at this. Lucy. I don't know. Izuku. Well, if you have calmed down, I may have something that you might want to hear. Gray. What is it? Izuku. I sense this soul coming from the ice holding the demon captive. It was faint at first, but when I placed my hand on it, I felt someone's soul. Gray's eyes widened as he asked. Gray. What do you mean? Izuku. Well, what I mean is, your master may still be alive. Gray was shocked at hearing this. Izuku. I can feel your master's soul in that ice. I could melt it and free her soul, but it might risk freeing Deliora. Gray. It's fine. As much as I would love to free her, I feel it would be right to keep this monster on ice. But are you sure you can feel her soul? Izuku. I have this ability called Idle Transfiguration, where I can reshape someone's soul. If I could free her soul, I could give her soul a form. Gray. We can worry about that later. Who brought Deliora here, for what reason? Natsu. The answer is easy. We just have to go after them. Lucy. Yeah. Gray. We wait until the moon's up. Natsu. The moon. But it's still broad daylight. No way. I'll die of boredom. Lucy. What do you mean, Gray? Gray. They said the moonlight will gather soon. I can't stop thinking about everything. The island's curse and Deliora is somehow related to the moon. Lucy. I see. I wonder what'll happen next as well. What will they do? Natsu. That's impossible for me. I'm gonna go after them. Suddenly the fire dragonslayer hit the ground fast asleep. Izuku. He's certainly a lively one. Lucy. He really lives as his instincts directs him. Gray sat down on a rock, looking down in thought. Gray. He then remembers the time he trained with his master while Izuku, Lucy and Happy waited. Lucy. It's boring after all. Even if we agreed to wait. Happy. Lucy then gets an idea and brings out one of her keys. Lucy. Open gate of the Lyra. A bright light appears along with a blue magic circle, and from it came a girl with a harp. Lyra. Kaya. I haven't seen you in ages, Lucy. You only summon me once in a while. Lucy. But I can only summon you like 3 days every month. Happy. Another weirdo. Izuku. Celestial spirit, huh? Lyra. And what do you want me to sing today? Lucy. Anything, it's your call. Happy. I want a fish song. Lucy. Looks at Happy. Lyra's really good at singing. Happy. Myra's good too. She sings fish songs for me. Lyra then begins to play her harp. Play song. Hearing this song caused Gray to think about the time he trained under her. Izuku closed his eyes with a smile on his face hearing the song. Meanwhile, remembering her and having these flashbacks, Gray cried tears with the song adding to the emotions he was feeling. When the song was over, Lucy slept alongside Natsu while Izuku and Gray waited until a light came from the ceiling alerted the ice wizard and the curse user. Lucy. What's that sound? Natsu. Night time. They both look to see the purple light entering where they are. Gray. Purple light, is it the moonlight? Happy. What's going on? The light hits the frozen Deliora. Upon seeing this, Gray, Natsu, Lucy, Happy and Izuku ran off to find where the light was coming from. They then made it to the top where they saw a group of people wearing cloaks and masks surrounding the light like some ritual. Natsu. What's that? Lucy. The moon, they really are gathering moonlight. And they're exposing Deliora in it. What are they doing? Lyra. I see, I know what's going on. Lyra. They're gonna use moon drip to revive the demon underground. Gray. Can't be. Ice shell can't be melted. Lyra. Moon drip is the magic to melt that ice. The moon's magical power gathered at one place has the power to break any kind of spell. Happy. No way. Gray. They don't know how gruesome Deliora is. Lyra. Whatever the island's people think that curse is, I think it's due to moon drip. The moon's magical power gathered at one place is so strong that it can contaminate the human body. Natsu. Lucy. Wait, someone's coming. They then saw someone approaching followed by the 3 people they saw earlier. Yuka. Shit, I was awake during the day so I'm sleepy. We couldn't find the intruders either. Toby. You're sure there were some? Sad news, Cold Emperor. There were intruders during the daytime, but we let them get away. I can't speak of love like this. The man now known as the Cold Emperor spoke. Cold Emperor. Intruders. Hearing the person's voice, Gray immediately recognizes who it was. Natsu. Cold Emperor. Lucy. He's acting so high and 80 wearing that mask. Cold Emperor. Isn't Deliora revived yet? Probably by today or tomorrow. Toby. Which is it? Cold Emperor. We're almost there. Cold Emperor. About the intruders, I don't want anyone to get in the way now. I understand. Only the village on the other end of the island has humans there. Cold Emperor. Go ahead and obliterate that village. Yes, sir. Yuka. Roger. Toby. OOHN. Natsu. What? Lucy. Townspeople have nothing to do with this. What should we do? 1. Gray. That voice tells me it's a lie. Izuku. They are willing to kill innocents for their own selfish goal. Natsu then stands up and yells. Natsu. I'm tired of sneaking any longer. He then blasts flames from his mouth to the air. Natsu. We're the intruders. This caused the Cold Emperor to look in their direction as well as the others. Izuku. And there goes the element of surprise. The girl known as Sherry then spoke. Sherry. That mark they are from Fairy Tale. Yuka. I see the townspeople contacted a guild for help. Cold Emperor. What are you doing? Go obliterate the village. He ordered his subordinates. Natsu. Why? Cold Emperor. Anyone who gets in our way, anyone with such plans. You're all our enemies. Angered by his words, Natsu was about to charge until Gray rushed ahead of him. Izuku, seeing a fight was inevitable, removed his black jacket and got ready. Channeling magic to his hands, Gray charged at the Cold Emperor. Gray. Stop that useless ritual. Placing his hands on the ground, he created ice spikes heading for the mask-wearing man, who merely placed his hand on the ground, stopping the attack with ice spikes of his own. Gray. Leon, what do you think you're doing? The man now identified as Leon speaks. Leon. It's been a long time, Gray. Lucy. You know him. Gray. What are you doing? Leon. I'd never imagined that the mage which the townspeople have sent would be you. Did you know about this, or is it a coincidence? Well, it doesn't matter, he says, smirking at him. Yuka. Is he an acquaintance of Cold Emperor Leon? Leon. Hurry up and go, I can take care of him by myself. Obeying, the three immediately ran off to carry out his orders. Natsu. I won't let you. Gray. No, Natsu, don't move. Gray's warning came too late as Natsu found his upper body frozen in a block of ice. Happy then grabbed Lucy and flew into the air, telling her that they needed to save the villagers, leaving Natsu, Gray, Leon and Izuku there. Leon. You made an opening to let the girl and the cat go. It's all right, they won't be able to stop Sherry and the others anyway. Natsu. Don't underestimate mages from Fairy Tail. The pink-haired dragonslayer was then kicked by Gray and sent tumbling down the ruins as Izuku's sweat dropped seeing this. Izuku. Was that really necessary? Gray. Yeah, it was. Leon. You're still reckless. Isn't he your friend? Gray. That's the ice that can destroy the body along with the ice, isn't it? Leon. I see, that's why you put him somewhere my magic can't reach. Gray. Izuku, let me take this guy. Izuku. Are you sure? Gray. Yeah. Izuku. Alright, but if you get your ass kicked then I will step in, got it? Nodding, Gray looks at Leon with a glare. Gray. Stop acting like you're my senior. Leon, you're not student anymore. Leon. Same goes for you, Gray. Isn't alive anymore. Gray. She gave her life in order to seal Deliora. You're trying to destroy what left us. Leon. Don't fool your own memory, fool. You killed Gray, greater than how could you live like that? Leon. It's presumptuous for you to even mention her name. Play song. Leon fired a blast of ice at Gray, who took the hit and was sent back. Meanwhile, Izuku watched this, respecting Gray's wishes to fight alone. Gray then crashed through a wall. Gray. Leon. Leon. What's wrong? Do you feel too guilty to counterattack? If that's the case, I ask you not to get in the way. I'll revive Deliora. Gray makes it back to his feet, glaring at Lon. Gray. I won't let you. Leon. That's the spirit, let's have a match, it's been a while. Leon. Ice make. Eagle. Holding out his right hand, he fired multiple ice eagles at Gray, who formed an ice shield to protect himself. However, the eagles went around the shield, hitting their target as Gray was bombarded by the ice-made birds. Gray was hit hard, but he refused to give up and got back into the fight. Gray. Ice make. Hammer. Leon. Ice make. Ape. Leon created a giant ice ape as it formed and blocked Gray's ice hammer, with it soon shattering afterwards. Leon. You're pathetic. You're still using both hands for molding magic. Gray. It's teachings. One-handed molding is incomplete and unbalanced. Leon. I'm special, I surpassed power a long time ago. Gray. Don't think too highly of yourself. Leon. I'll return that line to you word by word. Were you able to hit me even once? Gray. I'm not the same I used to be back then. Gray. Ice make geyser. He trapped Leon, but this did not hold him for long as it was soon destroyed by Leon, leaving a shocked Gray. Leon. Same old, same old. I was the senior pupil. And I was stronger than you. I could mold magic one-handed. But you couldn't. Even though our paths may differ, time has been frozen ever since then. Leon went for another attack as Gray was then hit by an ice-made dragon, knocking him into the air. The ice mage hit the ground in pain. Leon. Was my goal. It was my dream to surpass her. But you ruined that dream. I thought it'd be impossible to surpass her now. But there's still a way. If I can defeat Deliora that Eva could not defeat, then I have surpassed her. I can continue dreaming. Gray, who was still conscious, was on one knee and said, Gray. Are you insane? Is that what you were planning? You should know how dreadful Deliora is. Don't, it's impossible. Hearing this, Leon was furious and unleashed ice spears that hit Gray, causing him to yell in pain. Leon. Isn't it impossible? Back then we told you the exact same words. Don't tell me you forgot. Leon. You challenged Deliora and that's why died. He created ice spikes, sending them at Gray as they were about to hit him until. Clap. Gray was suddenly by Izuku's side as the one Leon had attacked was a rock Izuku swapped Gray out with. Izuku. Okay, I have seen enough. The green-haired teen stepped forward while Gray looked at him. Gray. Izuku. Izuku turned and gave Gray a smile. Izuku. You need to rest, you're not mentally in this fight. So I'll take over. Leon. Oh, another has come to challenge me. And just who are you? Izuku. The name is Izuku. Leon. Why would you save someone like him? Izuku. If it wasn't for him and his friends I wouldn't be here right now, so I owe him. So now you're gonna be fighting me. Cursed energy then radiates from Izuku. Leon. It doesn't matter whether it's you, Gray, or any one of you, no one will stand in my way. I will kill you if you stand in my way. Izuku. Oh, is that so? You know, I have an idea since we're on a cursed island. Suddenly Izuku's cursed energy then turned into lightning raging around him, with Izuku giving Leon a lunatic smile. Izuku. Let's curse each other. Izuku stood facing off with Leon as the two sized each other up. The Ice Mage spoke. Leon. If you want to stand in my way like that fool behind you, then you're gonna die along with him. Izuku. You gonna fight or are you gonna talk me to death? If you're really as strong as you say. Izuku then appeared behind the white-haired Ice Mage in a flash of lightning. Izuku. Then show me. Leon only had time to turn his head slightly as he was punched in the jaw and sent flying into a nearby wall, causing smoke and debris to go everywhere. When the smoke cleared, a ice clone was in Lion's place. Leon appears to Izuku's far left and casts a spell using his right hand. Leon. Ice Make Eagle. He launches multiple eagles at Izuku, who utilizes his lightning fist, punching all the eagles that came his way into nothingness. Izuku. Come on now. Izuku then turns his entire body into lightning and blitzes the Ice Emperor, closing the distance, and delivers a punch to the white-haired Ice Youth's gut. The green-haired teen did not stop there and began wailing on Leon with punch after punch to his jaw abdomen, each punch enhanced with lightning, doing significant damage. Thrusting his fist forward, he punched Leon in the jaw, sending him skipping on the ground like a stone thrown over water. The white-haired Ice Mage got to his knees and was met with kick to his gut that sent him airborne. Izuku then flashed into lightning, causing him to move at insane speed, to which he appeared above the airborne mage. Leon. Ice Make Shield. He creates a shield to protect him from Izuku's next attack, which was a lightning-infused axe kick, to which Izuku connect with the shield to Lion's shock. The kick shattered the shield, which then lands on the abdomen of Leon, who screamed in pain as he was sent to the ground with a boom. Gray, seeing this, could not believe it. Gray. No way, he's actually winning against Leon. Izuku then lands on the ground to see Leon and went through the pyramid they were standing on as he spoke. Izuku. Is this the power you're gonna use to kill Deliora with? If it is, then you won't even scratch that monster. Leon comes from the hole with bruises and scratches on him as he was barely able to move. He glares at Izuku, who smirks at him. Leon. I won't let you get in my way. Using one-handed casting, he creates a giant ice ape behind Izuku, who merely looks up at the frozen beast about to strike him. The ice ape then punches the green-haired youth, or what he believed was the green-haired teen. But Izuku was above the ape and drove a ferocious lightning punch to the beast's head, shattering it. He then smirks at Leon and says, Izuku. Next. Leon. Ice Make Snow Tiger Snow Dragon. A dragon and a tiger made from his ice appeared in front of Leon, who was breathing heavily while Izuku smiled the crazy smile he dons. He vanishes and appears behind both frozen beasts that shattered as he looks at Leon. Izuku. You're finished. Lion's body hit the ground with a thud as Izuku looked down at the cold emperor. Gray's sad face, thinking, I can't believe it, he beat Leon and made it look so easy. Izuku's right fist radiated lightning as he walked up to the downed white-haired Ice Mage. Izuku. Now too. The greenette had to jump back as multiple of green orbs were launched down at him, causing him to get some distance between him and Leon, as a masked man was now standing in front of the downed emperor. You took quite the beating, didn't you, Cold Emperor? The masked individual placed a hand on Leon and they vanished from sight. Izuku. So he has another person working with him. Gray. Damn it, he got away. Izuku walked up to Gray, checking on his condition. Izuku. We can worry about that later, right now you need to rest. Gray. No, we have to go after him, he can't release Deliora. Gray stands groggily to his feet. Izuku. Oh well, tough love it is then. Izuku then punched Gray in the gut, making the ice wizard go unconscious with him holding onto him, keeping him from hitting the ground. Izuku. Going after them in your condition would only make things worse. He made his way down from the pyramid holding Gray over his shoulder as he saw Natsu, whose upper body was still frozen. Izuku. Natsu, you're alright. Natsu. Yeah, what the heck happened to Gray? Izuku. That cold emperor guy did a number on him. Don't worry though, let's get him back to the village. Natsu. Yeah. They began to walk back to the village as Natsu commented on Gray's condition. Natsu. Lame, he looks like he was almost beaten to death. Izuku. Yeah, he would have been if I did not step in and save him. Natsu. Hold on, you fought that guy. Izuku. Yeah, I did. Natsu. No way, did you win? Izuku. Of course I did. I'm still standing, aren't I? They then made it back to the village where Lucy had a pitfall trap set up. As Izuku saw this, he jumped over it while Natsu fell into the trap. Natsu. Hey, who pulled this little prank at times like this? Happy. Lucy, of course. Natsu. I knew it. Lucy. No, not me. Happy. I'm glad the three of you are fine. Natsu. Natsu. We're not fine at all. Gray's down. Izuku. Just leave that to me. Izuku lays Gray on the ground and places a hand over his chest and his cursed energy turns white. Lucy. Izuku, what are you doing? Izuku. I am healing him. This is one of my abilities, it's called reverse cursed technique. It convert negative cursed energy into positive for healing. Lucy. Oh wow. The glow envelops Gray's body completely as his wound starts to heal fully. Natsu. Hey, the ice is broken. Izuku then removed his hand from Gray's chest. Izuku. Now all he needs is rest. Izuku then felt something off as he looked up at the sky and saw the giant mouse Angelica flying in the air carrying a bucket. Yuka. We took too much time making the poison jelly, but our timing is good. Those mages are in the village as well. Sherry. Unless we destroy Deliora, our wish will never come true. Only death awaits. Izuku. I don't know what's in that bucket, but I sure as hell do not want to find out. Izuku then makes a hand sign. Izuku. Emerge from the darkness blacker than darkness. Purify which is impure. The barrier surrounding the village shocked the servants of the Cold Emperor as Angelica pours a drop of poison that hits the barrier only for nothing to happen. Yuka. What the hell is that barrier? Happy. No way, that thing protected the village. Lucy. Izuku, what is this? Izuku. A barrier technique known as a curtain. It hides anything within it from outside view. As long as this thing is surrounding the village, they won't be able to harm them. Natsu. Awesome man, I'm glad you're on our side. Izuku sad face, thinking, I have to be careful not to burn out my cursed energy using my lightning curse technique followed by reverse cursed technique and a curtain. I will use my 10 shadows technique to take down that rat. Izuku then makes a different hand sign. Izuku. I summon you forth new. Happy. He summoned a weird looking bird. Izuku. Take me to the sky new. The bird summon allows its master to get on its back and flies Izuku out of the curtain into the air heading towards Angelica. Natsu. Happy, you and I will go too. Happy. Aye sir. Happy lifts Natsu off the ground heading to the air with Izuku. Sherry. Hey, did you see 2 people coming from that dome? Yuka. Yeah, but where are they? Suddenly Izuku and Natsu appeared in front of the giant mouse, who upon seeing Izuku got scared. Izuku. Ready Natsu. Natsu. Born ready. The fire dragon slayer ignites his fist with fire as Izuku channels cursed energy to his fist. Izuku. Divergent. Natsu. Fire dragon's iron. Izuku. Natsu. Fist. Both punches connected, sending the hulking rat flying, causing the 3 servants of the Cold Emperor to fall from it as they were scattered in the forest outside of the village. Natsu and Izuku smirked as they bumped fist while still floating in the air. Landing on the ground, Izuku looks at his bird-like Shikigami and smiles. Izuku. Thank you new. Natsu. Alright, we did it. Lucy. You two were amazing. The citizens were cheering for the wizards, but the cheering was soon interrupted by Yuka kicking over the grave of the mayor's son as the 3 servants of the Cold Emperor makes their presence known, though they looked worse for wear. Sherry. We have to eliminate all of the Cold Emperor's enemies. For pity's sake, we were going to give you a quick death. But I guess we'll see a lot of blood now. Yuka. About 50 villagers, 3 mages. Happy. I'm here as well, 4 mages. Yuka. It'll be over in 15 minutes. Toby. Ooh, Mocha. How dare they? They destroyed Bobo's tomb. The villagers then grab the mayor and leave the situation to the mages present. Sherry then looks at the retreating villagers and says, Sherry. I won't let you get away. The Cold Emperor's orders were total obliteration. Angelica. The large mouse monster springs back to life, ready to do her master's bidding. Izuku. Damn, that's one tough rat. Sherry gets on the creature's back and flies into the air, but Lucy was holding onto its foot as it flies. Lucy. Huh, I grabbed onto it for some reason. Izuku. Hey Natsu, is that girl you know okay in the head? Natsu. You know, I am beginning to ask that question myself. Lucy was trying her hardest to stop the rat by punching its foot, which had no effect. She then began tickling the monster, causing it to laugh hysterically, making her tail stop spinning. Sherry. What are you doing? If your tail stops. The giant rat fell down to the ground into the forest, taking Lucy with her, leaving Toby and Yuka to Natsu and Izuku. Yuka. Oh gosh, I bet she'll snap. Toby. I didn't. Yuka. Not you. Natsu. I wonder if she's alright. Hopefully she didn't get crushed. Happy. If she got crushed. Happy. If she got crushed, she's likely dead. I'll go take a look. The blue cat flies off in the direction where Lucy fell, leaving Natsu and Izuku alone with Yuka and Toby. Natsu. Alright, thanks. Natsu turns his attention back to the 2 enemies in front of him and Izuku. Natsu. We'll take care of this. So Izuku, who you got? Izuku. I'll take the dog guy. He doesn't look strong, but I guess he'll do. I guess that leaves the eyebrow guy to you. Yuka. Hey. A red seal then appears on Izuku's right wrist as he spoke. Izuku. I summon a cursed tool, Playful Cloud. The seal glows brightly as a 3-section staff comes from it as Izuku holds it in his hands. Natsu. Whoa, so cool. It's almost like Urza's magic. Play song. Izuku. Okay, let's dance, Dogman. In an instant, Izuku was in front of Toby, spinning Playful Cloud, and lands a hit on the Dogman's jaw, sending him flying into the forest. Izuku. Wait, don't tell me that's it. And here I thought he could put up a better fight than that Cold Emperor guy. Yuka. He took out Toby with 1 hit. Natsu suddenly appeared in front of Yuka and fired off his breath attack, hitting the mage at point-blank range. Natsu. Fire Dragon Roar. Smoke was everywhere after the attack served its purpose, but the smoke cleared, showing Yuka unharmed. Yuka. Such a violent flame. Don't tell me that your fairy tales rumored salamander. Toby then walks back into view, surprising Izuku and Natsu. Izuku. I hit that guy and sent him into the forest. How the hell is he standing? Yuka. We won't be defeated so easily. Though we were once mages that belonged to a famous guild too. Izuku. Is that so? Well then, that's good, seeing as it would not be fun for us if you went down so easily. Yuka. That's right. The guild Iron Rock Jura belonged to. You must have heard of the mage guild Lamia Scale. Natsu then blasts fire at Yuka, stopping his rambling as Izuku was once more on Toby, utilizing the Playful Cloud by hitting the dog-looking individual multiple times. Yuka. B bastard, listen to my story until the end. Natsu. It's none of our business. It doesn't matter which guild you're from or whose friend you are. You're targeting our client means you're bothering our work. Meaning you're enemies of Fairy Tail. That's a good enough reason to fight. Toby then crashed into the ground hard by Yuka, who saw his friend was beaten badly with bumps on his head with a black eye and scrapes on his body. Izuku. I didn't kill him. I made sure to hold back as much as I could. So I wouldn't kill him. Now. He then points Playful Cloud at Yuka and says, Izuku. It's your turn now. Eyebrows. Natsu. Hey Izuku, leave this guy to me, alright? Izuku. Are you sure? Natsu. Yeah, besides, you just had your fun with the dog guy. This guy is mine. Izuku. Okay then. While Natsu fought against Yuka, Lucy was in her own battle with Sherry after they had crashed and landed in the forest. The 2 female mages battled with Sherry using her marionette magic to manipulate a tree and ordered it to sack Lucy, who countered this by summoning Taurus to help her, which Taurus did. Only after cutting the tree in half Sherry took control of the celestial spirit and had the beast attack Lucy. Lucy managed to close the bull's gate. We now turn our attention to Leon, who was feeling the effects of his battle with Izuku. He was currently in the lower part of the pyramid with Deliora as the demon was still frozen. Zalti. Cold Emperor, are you sure you should be moving? Leon. My wounds have mostly healed from that battle with the green-haired man. Who was that, by the way? Zalti. I have no idea who that man was. This is my first time seeing him, just as you. Though I will admit he had quite the skill to be able to best you the way he did. Leon. I was merely caught off guard by that man. It will not happen again. Zalti. It would be best to save your strength. You will need it to defeat Deliora. Back to Lucy. The celestial mage managed to stop her own spirit from attacking her, but Sherry was not done yet. She created a rock monster with her marionette magic as it chased the blonde wizard out of the forest onto the beach, where Lucy summons Aquarius, who was in a bad mood. Sherry. Aquarius, you have that powerful celestial spirit as well. Lucy. Our enemy is that woman. You hate a woman like that, right? Go for it, Aquarius. TCH. Lucy. You've got a bad attitude as always. Just take care of her already. Aquarius. You're noisy as always. That's why you never get a boyfriend. Lucy. That's none of your business. Sherry. Marionette attack. Puppeteer. Aquarius' eyes glow pink, being taken over by Sherry's magic. Sherry. Now you can't use Aquarius anymore. Make her go home at once. Lucy. No. She's my trump card. Sherry. Then go ahead and scatter away with the power of the sea. Aquarius, obliterate her. The mermaid beauty had an angered look on her face and said, Aquarius. I'll do it without you ordering me around. Manipulating the water, Aquarius was about to take out Lucy with the intention of taking out both women. However, in that instant Lucy swapped places with Sherry as the love-driven woman was hit with the full brunt of Aquarius's attack. Aquarius. What the hell, I could have sworn I hit both her and that redhead. You almost did. Thank God I got here in time. Lucy, who was standing beside her savior, who was none other than Izuku himself. Lucy. Izuku. How did I get over here? Izuku. It's another one of my abilities. He then looks at Aquarius, who sees him and wonders why he is staring at her. In an instant Izuku appears in front of the mermaid spirit, surprising her. Aquarius. Hey, what are you staring at me for? Izuku. Wow, so this is a celestial spirit, huh? Amazing. You must be Aquarius, you're very beautiful. Aquarius blushed hearing that and looked away from the green-haired teen. Aquarius' shocked face, oh thank you Izuku. Izuku Midoriya, it's a pleasure to meet someone as breathtaking as you. Aquarius' blush deepens. But before she could say anything, the giant rat Angelica leapt into the air, about to fall on the three, until Urza appeared and slashed the hulking rat, knocking it out. Lucy. Urza. Urza glares at the blonde, who immediately froze. Seeing the glare, Izuku could not help but think that Urza looked really familiar to him. Aquarius. Well, I will be closing my own gate. Oh, and Izuku was it? Izuku nods. Aquarius. I'll be seeing you around, handsome. She winked at him and then vanished, leaving the green-haired teen there with both Urza and Lucy, who was afraid of the red-haired woman in front of her. Lucy. Now I remember. We've broken the guild rules and taken on the S-class quest ourselves. Urza. You know why I am here, don't you? Lucy. No. I mean, to take us back, right? Happy soon flies down and sees the four of them. Happy. Oh great, Lucy, you're safe. Urza, upon hearing the blue fur ball, glared at him, making the blue cat go pale. He tried to fly away only to be caught by his tail as Urza holds him upside down. Urza. Where is Natsu? Lucy. Listen to me. Lucy. I apologize for selfishly coming here, but this island is currently in a grave condition. Lucy explains the situation to Urza, whose face remained impassive while Izuku just watched on. Urza. I'm not interested. Lucy was shocked hearing Urza talk like this. Izuku just watched the interaction between the two silently. Lucy. Then at least let us finish this job to the end. She was cut off by Urza aiming her sword at her, making the celestial mage go quiet. Urza. Job. No, Lucy, you guys betrayed the master. Don't assume you can get away with it just like that. The next day, Gray opens his eyes and sees he is somewhere unknown to him. Izuku. You're up. Gray turns to his right to see Izuku sitting down next to his bed as the Ice Mage sits up. Gray. Where am I? Izuku. This is a storage place in the village. I left you here to rest after I healed you. Gray. You healed me. Izuku. Yeah, Gray. Thanks man, I owe you again. Wait, what happened to the village? Izuku. Relax, everyone is safe and the village is unharmed. Gray. Thank goodness. Izuku. By the way, someone wants to talk to you. Izuku and Gray walked out of the storage place into a nearby tent where they see Urza sitting down glaring daggers at the Ice Mage. Upon seeing him by her side were Happy and Lucy tied up. Urza. You made me wait, not good. Gray. Urza. Lucy. Happy. Urza. I got the whole story from Lucy. Weren't you supposed to stop them? Gray. She closed her eyes and spoke. Urza. I'm too shocked to say a word. Gray. Where is Natsu? Izuku. He went on ahead to fight that cold emperor guy. I decided to come check on Lucy and see if she was okay. That is when she showed. Lucy. She then told us to take her to where you were. Happy. The village was safe thanks to Izuku, who put up some kind of barrier. I searched for him while flying but no sign of him. Urza. Meaning he is still wandering around without knowing where to go. Gray. We're going to look for Natsu. As soon as we're going back to the guild. Gray. What are you talking about, Urza? If you heard the story you should know what's going on this island, right? Urza. So what? Gray looked at Urza with wide eyes hearing what she just said. Gray. Don't you see the appearance of the people on this island? Urza. I did. Gray. Are you telling us to leave them like that? Urza. This request has been made to each guild. Isn't it logical to leave this to a mage from another guild that officially accepted this request? Gray grits his teeth in anger hearing her response. Gray. I'm disappointed in you, Urza. Urza, having no more patience left, brings out her sword and aims it at Gray. Urza. Are you going to break the guild's rules? You won't get away unharmed. Izuku sad face, thinking, okay, I have seen and heard enough. Clap. In an instant Izuku was in front of Urza and Gray was behind him. Seeing this, Urza, Lucy and Happy were shocked seeing this. Izuku. You really need to think this through. Urza. Who exactly are you and why are you getting involved? Her glare remained aimed at the green-haired teen who didn't care at all as he spoke. Izuku. You say they broke your guild rules. Yeah, that is bad, but as you can see, these people here are relying on them to help. Should they be punished for breaking rules? Yeah, but they are in too deep to turn back now. Urza. You didn't answer my question. Who are you? Izuku. The name Izuku Midoriya, and the reason I am involved is because I owe these guys for saving me. There are also a lot of reasons why taking them back and just ignoring this request will end badly for you. Urza. And what reasons are there? Izuku. I will give you 3-1. Take them back to the guild right in the middle of the quest would leave this village unprotected. Point 2. Doing that will surely cause your guild's reputation to take a major hit, especially if you left these people to die. Point 3. What will happen when those people free that demon below the pyramid and they can't stop it? By taking them away you leave this place unprotected and that demon will kill all the people on this island before moving on to another place to kill more innocent people. Izuku then moves her sword from away and gets in Urza's face, matching her glare with one of his own. Izuku. Now let me ask you something. Can you do it? Can you live with the weight of not only your guild's reputation taking a hit like that? Can you sleep at night knowing you let a monstrous demon run loose and kill so many innocent people that you could have saved? All that will be on you. Rules are important, but what's more important, obeying rules or letting people die when you could have saved them? His explanation shocked Urza. She had been so angry at Natsu and the others for disobeying rules that she didn't really think this through. Not only would her guild take a massive hit to their reputation, but could she live with herself knowing many innocent people could die because of her? Izuku then turns his back and walks to exit the tent. Izuku. You do what you want, but me, I am going to save these people and complete this job. Besides, nothing will happen to me. I am not an official member of your guild. Izuku then exits the tent, leaving Urza there along with the others to think about what he just said. Urza was speechless, unable to say anything after what Izuku just told her. Lucy and Happy were shocked by Izuku's words, and yet they were scared because Urza did not speak and remained silent until Gray broke the silence they were in. Gray. Izuku's right. His words caught Lucis and Happy's attention as he continued to speak. Gray. I have seen the horrible things that demon could do, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing these people died because we had to go back home and be punished. So I'm going. He then runs out of the tent, leaving Lucy and Happy there. The red-haired woman then turned and glared at the two captives. Lucy. Scared. Wai. Calm down. Happy. Yup. Gray lost to his old friend and he's just too excited, and Izuku, well, we don't know what goes on in his head. She then cuts the ropes holding them both. She then turns and walks off. Let's go. This is absurd. We'll take care of it after this job. This brought a smile to both of their faces. However, was not done talking. Don't misunderstand. You'll still receive punishment. Lucy and Happy. Izuku was standing in the forest looking at his divine dogs sniffing around the area as Gray approached him. Gray. Hey Izuku. Izuku notices the ice wizard and speaks. Izuku. Yeah, Gray. Gray. What are you doing? Izuku. I have my divine dogs searching for Natsu's scent. The white Shikigami barks at its master, letting Izuku know he found Natsu's scent. Izuku. Looks like they found him. Let's move. Nodding, both Izuku and Gray made their way into the forest to find Natsu. With Leon. Leon was looking down at Toby, who appeared to be a bit better from his fight with Izuku. Leon. Scandalous. Are you the only one left, Toby? Toby held his head down as Leon sat on a throne looking down at his subordinate. Zalti then comes into the throne room. Zalti. Tonight, the moon's magical power will be maximized and Deliora will be revived. Leon. Zalti, you were here. Zalti. Deliora's revival could become more difficult now. But if anyone gets in the way of the moon drip ritual, Deliora will stay on the ice forever. Leon. As usual, you're pretty fast with your info. Zalti. Your opponents are Salamander and Titania, and let's not forget that green-haired man. Toby. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Leon. This is nonsense. I should have just taken care of them myself. But they can't beat me with my ice blade that surpasses Zalti. That sounds very reliable. So, shall I join the battle after a long time? Toby. Shocked you can fight as well. Zalti. Yes, a little bit of lost magic. Their conversation was interrupted when the pyramid started shaking. And debris were falling. Toby. An earthquake. Leon. Sweats. This is. Toby. The ruins are falling apart. He was cut off due the building tilting. Zalti. He's already done it. A hole was blasted through the floor as they looked through it to see Natsu below. Toby eyes widen in horror upon seeing the Dragonslayer. Toby. Him. Natsu. Things break easily while we aren't aware of it, but if we actually try to break things it's pretty hard. Leon had an angered expression on his face, glaring down at the pink-haired Dragoon Slayer. Leon. Bastard. What's the meaning of this? Natsu glares up at the group and says. Natsu. The ruins are tilted, aren't they? Now the moon won't shed its light on the devil underground. Both Ice and Flame Mage glared at each other. Leon. Fairy tale. Zalti. It seems he tilted these ruins. Toby. No, I have absolutely no idea what happened. Zalti. He destroyed about half of the prop that was supporting these ruins so that it would tip over. This way the moonlight won't reach Deliora. You're pretty smart despite your appearance. Play song. Natsu ignites his feet with fire, preparing to attack. Natsu. Put a sock in it. Leon. Flames on his legs. Natsu blasts himself upwards, heading for the Cold Emperor. Flying through the hole he created. He headbutts Leon, only for the ice wizard to turn into an ice dummy. Ice dummy that shattered after colliding with it. Leon then appeared on the other side of Natsu, who was still in the air while Lin prepared his next attack. Leon. Over here. He then fired multiple ice eagles at Natsu. Leon. You can't dodge in midair, can you? Breathing in, Natsu fires a fire dragon roar at the ceiling, pushing himself down to dodge the attack as he lands on the ground, smirking at Leon as he responds. Natsu. Sorry, but I can. He then blasts fire from his feet as he maneuvers his body around in an attempt to hit the ice mage, but Leon ducks out of the way of the attack. Leon. Such haphazard magic. Using his hands he spins his body with his feet ablaze with the intention to hit the Cold Emperor who was having difficulty dodging due to the unorthodox attack by the Flame Wizard. Leon then leaps into the air as Natsu breathed in once more and let loose with a fire dragon roar, but Zalti using his magic caved in the floor under Natsu, having him being sent below. While Natsu battles Leon, Izuku, Gray, Lucy, Urza and Happy are heading towards the pyramid where the battle is taking place. Izuku. Defeat Deliora. Lucy. That's his intention. Gray. Leon has been wanting to surpass her for a long time. Now that is gone, he's trying to surpass her by defeating Deliora, which she couldn't. Lucy. I see. In order to surpass the dead, that'd be the only way. Gray. No, he just doesn't know. Lucy. Gray. Did disappear, but she's still alive. This surprises Lucy and Happy, however Izuku and Urza remain quiet. Urza. What do you mean? What happened in the past? Gray then tells them the story of what happened 10 years ago. How he tried to fight Deliora on his own and having to step in to fight the monster and sacrifice herself to seal it away. Izuku. I see, but there is something I found out. Everyone turned their attention to him. Izuku. You see, while we were down there with Deliora it was faint, but I sensed your master's soul still lingering in that ice. Gray. Yeah, she used ice shell to seal it away. Izuku. Yes, she did. But he goes quiet as Gray speaks. Gray. What is it, Izuku? Izuku. I didn't want to bring this up because oof how risky it is, but I could bring your master back. Gray's eyes widened along with Urza, Lucy and Happy's. Gray. What do you mean you can bring her back? Izuku. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to get your hopes up, but one of my abilities allows me to reshape souls. It's called idle transfiguration. I can disfigure a human body, heal my own wounds and transform someone. I don't like to use it much, but I could probably free your master from that ice shell. The problem though, it will free Deliora. If that monster gets free, who knows what would happen. Gray. I see. Well, suddenly one of Izuku's divine dogs came barking at its summoner. Izuku. Seems like he found Natsu's scent, let's go. The five made their way to the ruins only to see it was tilted. Lucy. The ruins are tilted. Happy. What's going on? Gray. It's Natsu. I don't know how he did it. But he's the only one who could have done something so haphazard. Intentional or not, the moonlight will not reach Deliora. Urza then gets on guard, causing Izuku to be cautious as well. Urza. Wait, someone's here. From the bushes comes the minions of the Cold Emperor approaching them as they got ready to fight. Mage. We've found you, Fairy Tail. Urza. Go, she says to Gray, who looks at her. Urza. Leave this to me. She then looks at Izuku. Urza. Izuku. Was it go with him and settle things with Leon? Izuku smirks and nods as he and Gray head off towards the ruins. Izuku. So Gray. Gray looks at Izuku while they were running towards the ruins. Izuku. You wanna be the one to stop Leon, don't you? Gray. Yeah, I have to convince him that is still alive. You felt it, right? Her soul in the ice. Izuku. I did. It was faint, but there is something there. I will try to see what I can do about Deliora. I'll leave Leon to you. Gray. Thanks, man. While they were approaching the ruins inside the structure, the battle between Natsu and Leon continued, with Leon sending a trail of ice spikes at the Flame Wizard. Before either of them could attack, the wall was destroyed as Izuku and Gray entered the scene. Stepping forward, the Ice Wizard glares at his fellow ice user. Gray. Natsu, let me take care of him. Natsu. You lost to him before. Gray. There won't be a next time, this is it. Leon. Such confidence. Gray. It's my fault that died 10 years ago. But I cannot forgive you, he says, looking at Leon as he continued to speak while Izuku silently watched this. Gray. For hurting my comrades, the village, and trying to melt the ice. Gray then forms a stance Leon knew all too well. Gray. We shall both undergo the punishment, Leon. Lion's eyes widened upon realization of what Gray intended to do. Leon. That posture. Leon. Iced shell. Natsu. Iced shell. Izuku's sad face, thinking, so this is what he intends to do. Leon. Have you gone mad? Gray stood his stance and his determination remained undeterred as he spoke. Gray. Return the people of this island back to normal immediately. then take your comrades and leave. This is your last chance. Leon. I see that spell as just a threat. Ridiculous. Magic power then surges all around Gray, causing Leon to block the insane amount of magic being used. Gray. I'm serious. His gaze hardened the power of his magic as raging Gray remained unrelenting on the spell. Gray. The fact that died because of me will never change. Regardless of how many years have gone by, I need to take responsibility one way or the other. Leon stood, fear in his eyes as his gaze met Gray's cold expression. Gray. The time has come. I'm prepared to die. Leon. Are you serious? Gray. What's it gonna be, Leon? Are we gonna die or are we gonna live? Leon smirked as he looked at Gray. Leon. Do it, you don't have the guts to die. Gray. You disappoint me. The ice make wizard lets his magic flow his path set as he says. Gray. This is the end, iced. Izuku. Don't move. Gray's body immediately ceased all movement, shocked by this. Leon and Natsu looked towards Izuku, who had markings around his mouth. Izuku. Don't be an idiot. Izuku walks up to Gray, who was shocked, and asks. Gray. Izuku. Why did you stop me? Izuku. Oh, just stopping you from making a stupid decision. Natsu. Yeah, don't just barge in out of nowhere and start rambling on about responsibility and all. This is my show. Gray. Show. Natsu. I'll take care of him. Gray. Wah. Didn't I ask you to let me take care of him? Natsu. Did I say sure, go ahead? Gray. You. Natsu. Smirk. What, are you gonna attack me now? He grabs Natsu by the front of his scarf, pulling him to where they are face to face. Gray. I have to put an end to this thing between me and Leon, to an end. Even if it means I have to die for it. Before Natsu could respond, Gray gets punched in the back of his head by Izuku. Izuku. Honestly, you two, are you really arguing in front of an enemy? He then gives Gray a stern look and says. Izuku. Gray, don't go throwing away the life your master risked everything to save. Do you really think she would want you to do that? Gray opens his mouth to speak but remains silent. Izuku. If you want to settle this with Leon, then settle it. No dying on us. You do that, then you will cause your guildmates pain unlike any other. Gray. Yeah, sorry. Suddenly the ruins started shaking as it was now back to the way it was. Natsu. What's going on? Gray. With this the moon will shed its light on Deliora again. Zalti then enters the scene, updating the Cold Emperor on what happened. Zalti. I'm sorry to disturb you. Gray. Who's he? Zalti. Ho ho ho, the sun will set soon. So shunted the ruins back to normal. Leon. Zalti, so it was you. Natsu. It took me so long to tilt them. How did you do that? Zalti. Ho ho ho. Natsu is angered by this and yells. Natsu. How did you do that? Zalti then quickly runs off to start the moon drip ritual. Zalti. Now, allow me to go start the moon drip ritual. Natsu. Wait up, you bastard. Gray. Natsu. Natsu turns back to Gray and says. Nastu. I'm going to give him a million ass whoopings. Take care of Leon. Izuku. I'll go and try to stop the ritual. Izuku then runs off, leaving Gray and Leon to settle their differences. Izuku then felt something as he sensed it before. Izuku. That's definitely it. He then proceeded to make his way to the lowest level of the ruins, where he sees Deliora under a purple magic circle as the moon drip was melting the ice. Izuku. Well, this doesn't look good. Izuku then feels the presence once more as he raises his right hand. As his marking glows, a sword comes from the seal on his hand. Izuku. The soul split katana. I know, I feel your presence now. He then stabs the sword into the waters, with the water beginning to glow brightly and an orb of light floats into the air as Izuku catches it in his hand. Izuku. Now idle transfiguration. He manipulates the soul in his hand as it began to take the form of a beautiful woman as the light dies down. The woman was no longer a spirit, she was flesh on bone. She was also naked, with Izuku holding her bridal style in his arms. Izuku. I didn't think it would work, smiles, but I am glad it did. Welcome back. Izuku. Izuku wrapped a cloak around nude form as she was unconscious, watching over her. He had to admit was very beautiful and has not aged at all. Izuku then looked up, feeling the intensity of magic far above him. Up above, Gray and Leon were battling it out, one wishing to surpass the master and fulfill his lifelong ambition, one wishes to stop his sibling student for what he sees as a reckless and dangerous goal which would have severe consequences if achieved. The two battled like bitter enemies. When neither one gave in, they fought until one could no longer stand. The brutal and hard-hitting battle went on. In the end, Gray stood tall, besting Leon, though he could not enjoy his victory due to a roar so loud it shook the entire island. Deliora was free. Zalti, who was dealing with Natsu, smirked behind the mask he was wearing. Zalti. It is time. Back with Izuku, he stood in front of the now unfrozen demon of destruction. He made sure to move her away. The demon lets out another island-shaking roar, yet Izuku remained unfazed at the monster before him. Izuku. Well, look who's finally free. Urza and Lucy, along with Happy, made it to the ruins after hearing the roar. Lucy. What was that voice just now? I mean, was that really a voice? Happy. Maybe that was your tummy, Lucy. Lucy glares at the talking cat and responds. Lucy. You're probably kidding, but it's still annoying. Urza. Could it be that Deliora demon they were talking about? Lucy dons a look of horror hearing that. Lucy. No, can't be. It has revived already. Happy, having noticed the moon drip light shining down, speaks. Happy. Wait, I've seen that light before. Moon drip. The monster then roars again, scaring Lucy, with Urza commenting. Urza. Again. Happy. Lucy, you should eat something. Lucy. You should be eaten by mice. Izuku focused as his cursed energy flowed around him, getting ready to deal with Deliora. Izuku. Okay, that roar of yours is starting to get annoying. Gray. Izuku. Gray made it to where Izuku was as the green-haired teen took notice of Gray. Izuku. I take it you have settled things with Leon. Gray. Yeah. Looking up, the ice wizard was horrified, seeing the demon that has haunted his nightmares for the last 10 years has been revived. Natsu, who also just arrived on the scene, stared up in horror, seeing the beast in all its horrifying glory. Gray sticks his hand in the water and watches it fall from his hand. Gray. Izuku. Don't worry, she's alive. Gray was now shocked hearing this and said. Gray. What? Instead of answering Gray, Izuku pointed to his far left, and Gray saw his master, who he believed to be dead, was there laid against some rocks resting. Izuku. Go to her side, I will deal with this thing. Gray nodded and ran to check on her. He felt her pulse, and true to Izuku's words, she was indeed alive and well. Tears streamed from Gray's eyes, knowing he was not in a dream. His master, who he believed died because of him, was alive. Natsu. Now that this thing is revived, we've got no choice. Let's take it down. Leon crawls on the ground, beaten but determined to try and fight, with a crazed look on his face as he says. Leon. It's impossible for you guys. Let me to surpass her. Gray. Leon. Natsu. It's even more impossible for you. Stay back. He managed to get to his feet and said. Leon. We finally meet Deliora. Before he could do anything, though, Izuku appeared in front of him and spoke. Izuku. Sorry, but you would just be in the way. How about you go to sleep, okay? Not waiting for a reply, Izuku then taps Lion's head as the white-haired ice mage fell unconscious as he fell to the ground, and turns his attention back on Deliora. Izuku pulls back his fist that has cursed energy around it. Izuku. Don't worry, I've got it. Play. Jujutsu Kaisen Ost, your battle is my battle. Leaping into the air, the cursed energy surrounding his fist turns black as he comes down and punches the demon on the head, with black lightning sparking all around the demon's body. Izuku. Black flash. The attack served its purpose, with the body of Deliora shattering into a million pieces, falling to the ground, with Izuku landing on the ground staring at the remains of the monster. Gray. That was amazing. Natsu. He took it down with one punch. Izuku just stared at the remaining pieces of the demon of destruction and spoke. Izuku. No. That demon was already dead. Gray and Natsu went wide-eyed hearing this. Gray. It was already dead. Izuku. Yeah, that iced shell, I guess, being trapped in there for all these years, it drained its life force. The demon was already dead. I just gave it a finishing blow, giving the beast a proper death. Izuku walks over towards her and picked her up bridal style. Izuku. Let's get out of here. Gray held a hand over his eyes, crying tears of happiness. His mentor killed the demon that has ruined his life. Gray. Thank you, The group then met back up with Lucy Urza and Happy Izuku then laid her down and began to use reverse curse technique on her. Lucy. Hey, who is that? Gray. It's my master. Urza. What, so he really brought her back? Natsu. Hey Izuku, what are you doing? Izuku. I am healing her. This is called reverse curse technique. It allows me to heal others. I can even restore lost limbs and even heal myself. Lucy. Whoa, that's awesome. Izuku. Yeah, but it's very complex to use, so I am careful on how I use it. He then stops as his energy disappears and starts to stir. Slowly opening her eyes, the black-haired beauty was surprised to see a green-haired teen kneeling over her. He smiled and asked. Izuku. Hey, how are you feeling? I feel a bit better on my head. She then sits up and holds her head in pain. So who are you? Izuku. My name is Izuku and I am the one who freed you from the ice you trapped Deliora in. Eyes widen hearing that name. Wait, Deliora where? Izuku. Hold on, take it easy, your spell drained Deliora's life force, it killed him. I see, then how am I alive? Izuku. Well, that's a different story, but for a different time. I do believe there is someone who wants to speak with you. Play Fairy Tale Ost. Sad theme. Izuku then turned towards Gray as did the same. Her eyes widened seeing a much older Gray. She then looked towards an unconscious person seeing a older looking Leon. The naked master of ice make magic stood with a cloak wrapped around her body protecting her modesty. She stared at her two students, almost wanting to cry as she spoke. Gray, is that you? The ice mage of Fairy Tale held his head down, not meeting his master's gaze. Guilt gnawing at him for what happened all those years ago. Gary. Yeah, it's me. She took steps towards her students, everyone around watching this in silence. Was now standing in front of Gray, who still refused to meet her gaze. Gray, why won't you look at me? Gray. Because I don't deserve to. If I wasn't so stupid, then you wouldn't have risked your life. You wouldn't have to use ice shell and be trapped all these years. I am not worthy to be your student. I failed you. Tears started to come from his eyes, his voice breaking as he spoke. Gray. I caused you so much pain. Pulls the ice make teen into a warm hug. Surprised by this, Gray wraps his arms around his master, accepting her warm embrace. You idiot, you're my student, of course I saved you. I couldn't let your Leon die. You were like my children. You're alive today because of that. I am alive and I see you made friends that care about you. So stop saying you're unworthy, because you are. Gray. Thank you. The two hugged once more as Gray cried his eyes out in embrace. Everyone watching this moment with smiles on their faces, seeing the master and student reunited. Before I end this chapter, I have an announcement to make. I will be adding one last character to Izuku's harem in this story, and it's Juvia Loxer. I am sorry, but I love Juvia's character in Fairy Tale and how she treats Gray. I like their relationship, but I am shipping her with Izuku in this story. How do you guys feel about Gray x Ultier? Izuku watched the scene of and Gray hugging with a smile on his face. Natsu, who immediate. Why, upon seeing Urza, feared for his life and tried to run away, only for the Fairy Tale Knight to grab him by the scarf, keeping him from running away. The moment was broken as Leon finally woke up after Izuku put him to sleep. Opening his eyes, they widened with shock and surprise. In front of him was the master he thought was dead all these years. The look on her face as their eyes met, Leon was felt something well up inside of him. What he was feeling was fear. Leon. And no, it can't be you, is that you? Slap. 1. Leon was slapped as the stinging sensation he was feeling on his left cheek, courtesy of who was angry as she looked down at her white-haired pupil. Leon, how could you try and free Deliora? You know what that demon was capable of, so why? Leon looked down, not knowing what he could say as continued to scold him. You not only put your loyal followers in danger, you endangered the people of this island. I know you always wanted to surpass me, but trying to kill yourself and innocent people is not the way. Leon clenched his fist hearing his master's words. She then helped Leon to his feet, embracing him in a hug. I swear, what am I going to do with you and Gray? You both have changed so much after my death. I take the blame for what you have become. I am sorry. Leon. No, you have nothing to be sorry for. What happened today was all my fault. I did everything I could in order for me to defeat that demon. I thought that if I did something not even you could, then I would have finally surpassed you. Izuku then walks up to the white-haired teen and speaks. Izuku, if you really want to surpass your master, then take the teaching she gave you, hone them, make them your own, and take the style she gave you and evolve it to a level she couldn't. Then teach those lessons to your own future students or children you may have. Or now that is alive, you could challenge her to a fight as a way to test yourself. There are many ways to surpass those that came before you without putting your life or the lives of others in danger. Leon nods as tears threaten to come from his eyes. Natsu. Yay, it's done, it's done. Happy. Aye sir. Lucy. Really, for some time I was worried what would happen. Natsu. We've accomplished an S-class quest. Happy. Woo woo. Lucy. Does that mean we can go on to the second floor? Their celebrating turned into fear when they noticed Urza's glare, which froze the four instantly. Lucy. Oh no, that's right, we're still gonna get punished. Urza. You have something to take care of before that. Wasn't the true goal of your job to save the villagers who were turned into demons? Your S-class job hasn't ended yet. Lucy. But Deliora died. And so the curse on the island should be. Urza. No, that phenomenon you call the curse isn't because of Deliora. Moondrip's enormous magic power harms people. There's no way this situation will change because Deliora collapsed, right? Natsu. Then let's heal them quickly. Happy. Aye sir. Gray. How? Gray then looks at Leon, who answers his unanswered question. Leon. I dunno. Natsu. What? Lucy. But if you guys don't know about it, how will we break the curse? Leon. We've known about the existence of the village ever since we came to this island 3 years ago. Though we didn't interfere with the villagers at all. They've never visited us either. Urza. Never for 3 years. Lucy. Come to think of it, the light from the moondrip should have shone down on the ruins every night. It's weird that they've never investigated the place. Leon. I have some doubts about the moondrip's influence on a human body. Natsu looks at Leon skeptically and says. Natsu. What? Don't tell me you're saying it's not our fault. Leon. We've been basking in the same light for over 3 years. Those words alone got surprised looks from everyone as Leon continued. Leon. Be careful, they're hiding something. Well, I guess from here on it's the guild's job, right? Natsu was about to say something until Urza closed his mouth by placing her hand over it. She then remembered talking with Toby about their actions. Toby explained that they were all victims of Deliora, who was the one who killed their families. That is why they were cooperating with Leon. Urza sad face, thinking they had their own justice. There's no use complaining about the past. The group then made their way back to the village as Gray stayed and spoke to Leon before leaving. Leon. What are you looking at? Gray. You should join a guild. You'll have comrades and rivals. I'm sure you will find a new goal. Leon scoffs at hearing this and responds. Leon. Are ridiculous, just go already. The group then made it back to the village. However, Izuku felt that someone was watching them. He looked around. Are you alright, Izuku? Izuku. Yeah, I just felt like someone was watching me. Guess I'm probably being paranoid. He and continued to go with the fairy tale team, but the person watching them snuck into the bushes, making sure to get a good distance away. This person was Zalti, who was disguised as Altair. She then transformed back into herself, yet she had an angry expression on her face. Why was she angry? Because she just saw the woman who abandoned her returned to life by some unknown man. The fairy tale team came back to the village and questioned the villagers about the moon's effect of turning them into demons, as Urza, after questioning them, figured out the problem as she and Natsu then destroyed the evil layer that covered the island. When Altair saw Izuku bring her back to life, she started to wonder exactly who he is or what he is. The image of Seagrain appeared on her crystal ball and she asked. Altair. Did you see it? Seagrain. Yes, though I am curious about that green-haired guy with them. Who is he? Altair. His name is Izuku. He is indeed strong. He injured Leon badly when they fought. He has some unknown powers. He was even able to bring her back to life, which confuses me on how he did that. Seagrain. He has the ability to bring someone back to life. Interesting. Altair. What do you think about the fairy tale wizards? Seagrain. They did better than expected. But this newcomer changes things a bit. I hope he and Fairy Tail do not get in our way. Ultir. I agree. She looks back at the group, especially at her, feeling nothing but hatred for the woman that brought her into this world. She then took her leave. As the citizens of Galuna celebrated the Fairy Tail wizards for their help. The next day. Izuku and the Fairy Tail team were now at the village gates as the village chief Mocha tried to reward them for the job, but Urza turned it down. The group of wizards went to the beach where the pirate ship Urza borrowed was docked there. Was finally able to get some clothes and ditch the cloak she was wearing. Izuku was even dressed in some new clothes gifted to him by the villagers. Gray. A pirate ship. Happy. Don't tell me you hijacked it. Lucy. No, I don't want to ride that. Natsu. If you're gonna swim, I'll accompany you. Lucy. Not gonna happen. They then board the ship as they set sail, and the people of Galuna Island bid them all farewell. Izuku leaning against the railing watching the waves of the water, he feels at peace, but he was soon approached by who got his attention. Hey, you okay? Izuku. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you feeling? Being given a second chance at life. Honestly, it still feels unreal to me. It was like death was a dream and I just woke up. But I am glad, and it's all thanks to you. Izuku then smiles and scratches the back of his head in embarrassment. Izuku. Well, it was nothing really. I just didn't want Gray to carry that guilt with him, You were special to him and I wanted to give him a chance to heal. I see. She then walks over and stands by Izuku, who then asks. Izuku. So what will you do now? I figured I would join Gray's guild. Fairy Tail. I mean, now that I am alive, I can atone for what I've done. Izuku. Atone? For what exactly? Before Gray and Leon were my students, I had a daughter. He then sees her face gain a sad expression. She died. Izuku's eyes widened hearing that. Izuku. I am sorry, I didn't mean to bring up any bad memories. It's fine, you didn't know. I may have lost my daughter, but I want to at least look after Gray and Leon. They may not be blood, but they are like my sons. Izuku. I see, it's great that you care about them. I am sure they see you as a mother figure as well. I can't even call myself a mother. I had killed my own daughter. Izuku. Hey. Looks at Izuku, who was giving her a serious look, and he then spoke. Izuku. Don't do that. I am sure whatever happened to your daughter isn't your fault. You can't carry guilt like that around for the rest of your life. Blaming yourself will only hurt you. You now have a second chance at life. Live for Leon and Gray and live for your daughter. I am sure she would want you to do that, and I am sure she does not blame you for her death because she loves you. Had tears in her eyes hearing this as she suddenly enveloped Izuku in a hug, sobbing. She then said. Thank you, Izuku. Izuku wrapped his arms around smiling, consoling the crying woman. Izuku. No problem. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and now we will see you in the next video.